in a bit of a void. It's fine. Hey, there we go. It's a dark infection. Fucking love it. Game. Spoopy Stone.
Der Mann des Schattens, auf der Suche nach dem Abendrachen, ist noch nicht zurückgekommen. Der Herde der Finsternis grollt. Helba, Königin der Finsternis, stellt schließlich ein Heer auf. Alparon, König des Lichts, grüßt sie. Und sie treffen sich am Fuße des Regenbogens. Die verfluchte Welle muss gemeinsam bekämpft werden. Der See von Alba brodelt. Der große Baum des Lichts fällt. Alle Macht zerfällt zu Tropfen im Tempel von Arche Köln. Wesen ohne Schatten, ihre Welt zerfällt zu nichts. Der Mann des Schattens auf der Suche nach dem Abenddrachen kehrt niemals mehr zurück.
Okay, user registration is done. Now for a name. Yasuhiko's probably already there waiting for me. I'd better hurry.
Username. Not relevant. At least story-wise. But we're going to keep the default character name because I like keeping things canon. What can I say? Don't you love it? Just like put MMO before things are eating. Great. It's easy to work. Nice. Hey, message boards. Who remembers message boards? Facebooks and everything. What's a skill? Yes, it's an attack that uses up your SP, your skill points. And yep, your skills are based on your equipment. Also, the text bleed over is because I'm using a widescreen patch for this. Unfortunately, it just does that. Oops. You don't have enough SP, target is in range. That's probably neither. Elements, of course. Opposing elements: wood and earth, thunder and darkness, fire and water. Because, I don't know. Wait, that makes sense in the West, but maybe a Japanese audience knows exactly what's going on there. Alright, plate knowledge. They're too strong. Make a party. Gotta get their member address. Then call them. Then you can go with them. The Zeit statue. The heroes I ranking, of course, Balmung's in first, and my friend Orca is in second. Sieg in third, because, oh, that boy keeps trying. And these other two are, I don't think, relevant at all. Talking about the news I don't care about. Congratulations, the world. You installed yourself on 20 million machines without people asking. Discussion of keywords. Can someone teach me a good way to combine keywords? You really shouldn't worry about the area's parameters in the beginning, because you should only be concerned with the level of the area. That's generally true. Unless you're going for like some specific elements or enemies, you really just care about level. Hey, here's a sample word for beginners: bursting. Yeah, it uses some weird gem system to show which areas have affect things and which has the priority. Fun fact, with a manipulation of the system, you can create entries that are low level but higher treasure, which is super useful. Root vegetables. Each between grunties. What's a grunty? Grunties are mounts. They look kind of like pigs. Sort of. Kind of like cows. Yep. They're not so good in the first server, but in the second server, plenty of open areas. I remember there being a racing mini-game in this as well. So yeah, you gotta do that at some point. The springs. Suddenly makes stronger, reading makes weaker. Makes sense. Tim, why do you want so many golden axes? They're not particularly good, but strawberry there. Basically telling you can trade with other NPCs, well, with other players that are NPCs from our perspective, which is incredibly useful. Yeah, symbols, just random things on the field that do random effects. The actual update information, let's go. Element tolerance. Resistance and immunity, basically. Physical tolerance. Some enemies just don't take physical damage. Yay! Magic tolerance, of course, is just they don't take magic damage. Canceling tolerance. Yep. You just weaken their resistance to whatever you want to actually hit them with. So you know, increase their armor, fire resistance, that sort of thing. Yeah, that is a big thing, is changing up your armor in combat to change up your skills and your defenses. This is a system I like in RPGs, not enough of them do it. One reason I liked Final Fantasy XI so much. Constant changing of your armor, and rarely weapons, in combat. Yes, different treasure boxes. Breakable objects, always break everything. Just break everything. It's an RPG, break everything. Magic treasure boxes, also good. Rescue treasure boxes. You know, sometimes you just have to deal with a trap. And you get some good shit for it. Then, of course, the God statue at the end of a dungeon. Alright, let's log in. Cutscene time, everyone.
Hey, you made it. Hey, it's me, Orca, the Blade Master.
Whoa! You look so different from the real Yasuhiko. Nothing like the real you.
Yeah, of course, it's a game avatar. You don't look like the real you either.
Hey, in this game I'm Orca. Regardless of what I am in reality, I'm pretty well known here.
I've always been a little confused with the .hack series with how much is text chat, how much is voice chat. But, you know.
What?
It almost seems like we have publicly hearable voice chat, which is a little strange, but yeah. The future.
No! You look great.
It's also the past, it's like this was in the late 2000s, early 2010s that this all takes place.
Anyway, take this.
Hey, we now have the member address of the second most powerful player in the game.
Member address is the flashmail address you can only access in the world. With flashmail, you can exchange messages with others in real time, as long as you are in the world.
Which is really fancy terminology for like, you can send whispers.
It's mostly used by newbies to contact other players to form a party.
Wow, newbies? Dude, everyone joins parties. Come on now, Worker, you're better than this.
Try it out by inviting me to join your party.
Guess you're a newbie now, Worker.
First, press the triangle button to open the menu.
Oh. Well,
In the menu, select Party.
my Xbox controller doesn't exactly have a triangle button, but I know what you mean.
Next, select Add. Names of players who gave you their member addresses will be listed here.
Perfectly level 50.
Choose a player you want to invite to your party and send a flash mail. Since you just started, you probably only have my member address. Now, press the X button twice to send a flash mail to me.
What's this left? What's to add to your party?
Ah, got it. Join my party. It's kind of weird mailing each other when we're face to face.
Yeah, a little bit, but you know, it is what it is.
See? My name appears under your screen. That means I'm in your party. By the way, flash mail is only available when you're in a town. Oh, and you can't contact people when they're not logged into the world.
That's actually kind of relevant because the allies you build up will just have times where they're just not playing. So despite this being a single player RPG, they might not be available.
People do have a life, you know. We're not online 24/7.
That is factually untrue, Orca. Please, you must understand, in the future, we are in fact chronically online.
In other words, you can't always count on the same members to form a party. So, try to get as many member addresses as you can. You'll have more fun that way.
Orca telling us to make friends, get a life. Awesome.
Well, how you play is up to you. But since EXP and stuff isn't divided among party members, you really don't benefit if you go solo.
That is true.
Okay. Well, why don't we head off? There's nothing to worry about. I found a perfect place for newbies. This is the Chaos Gate, a sort of transfer device that takes us from one place to another.
Oh, it's gonna get weird as I move a little. Okay. Hopefully, my tracking didn't freak out. And my microphone's being decent. Oh god, my microphone's been bad this whole time. I'm so sorry.
Now, press the X button.
Chaos
In the
Gate.
world, each play zone is called an area, determined by a combination of 3 keywords.
Okay, I really like this system, and I wish, like, an actual MMO would pick it up. It's fun. It's fantastic.
Select New Keyword. This is the keyword screen. At the top is the entry plate. You put the 3 selected keywords one by one for each part, A, B, and C. Left of the entry plate is all the keywords you have.
Okay. Admittedly, this is a bit of a system where you can pick up keywords by people trading them to you, or like finding them on the message board. It's a little weird. I'm sure someone could do something more reasonable if this were real.
You can collect more of them by reading your emails, the board, and from other players.
Oh yeah, like your outside email client can freaking get keywords to use in this game. This is a complete monopoly they have here.
Now, let's enter some keywords by starting with part A.
This is like Microsoft gives you free email and makes an MMO and links it all together, and everyone's just cool with it. We would not just be cool with it. Okay, a lot of people would just be cool with it.
Select bursting from the list. Good. Next for part B, select passed over. For the last one in part C, select aqua field. Now you're done specifying the area.
Battle level 1, element.
Oh, one more thing. You see the symbol on the left next to the keyword? That's the server symbol. It indicates which server you are currently logged on to.
Which is relevant because each server is, like, you can use the same keywords, but in an entirely different area based on the server. There's separation by, like, level range.
This symbol is Delta, so we're logged on to the Delta server. The list on the bottom right is the area status list.
Yeah, and all the servers have a Greek letter associated with them for whatever reason.
See the jewel next to the field type and dungeon? That indicates how the selected keyword affects the status.
Somehow Aquafield is element wood. I don't get it, but okay.
For example, check the field type. See the jewel on the right? This means that the field type is being determined by Aquafield, the keyword in C. We don't know what kind of field the current keyword will create until we get there. But once we learn the effect of that keyword, we can combine it with other keywords effectively. For more details, check out the board on your own time. All right, let's get going to the Delta bursting passed over Aquafield. Select Warp.
Beam me up, Warp.
Before we get going, let me explain to you about the camera control. During the game, enemies will attack from all directions. The idea is to adjust your view quickly to see your enemy and grasp the situation.
If I remember correctly, this game is L2 and R2 camera control.
I'll explain more later, but remember, you can only use skills on targets you can see. Basically, if you don't use the camera right, you'll be dead before you know it.
You could probably have explained camera controls in hell, where there are enemies, but thanks.
First, rotate the camera. Push either the L1 button or the R1 button to move the camera.
Oh, L1 and R1, it's worse.
Good. Next, let's zoom in and zoom out. You can zoom the camera in or out by using the right analog stick. Try it.
Analog stick for zoom, but not
Yeah, that's it.
rotate.
Finally, you reset the camera by pushing the R2 button.
Sure, R2.
There you go. Remember, when the battle starts, constantly adjust your camera. Okay, and this is the field. It's the lowest level in the area. When you want to return to the town, press the triangle button and select Gate Out from the menu. Grassland, wilderness, and jungle are some of the field types. You can set them with keywords. The combination of field type and weather determines the area elements. For example, if it's a grassland and it's raining, that area will be a water element stage. The elements also affect the type of monsters that will appear and the items you can get. Don't worry about it now. As you get used to it, combine words to get different elements.
So it's definitely a complex system. I kinda like it. I legit wish this was just like a system used in an actual MMO. Yeah, I know people would find like the most efficient keywords and just use them, but I would
Now, let's get going on our quest. First, check the map at top right.
I would like to have the weirdness and the possible randomness.
You see the red down arrow on it? That's the gate to the dungeon. In the dungeon's deepest level, there's a god statue that usually holds a rare item.
I think everyone might that's just being like I was just being.
Basically, the goal is to reach this statue. But enemies are often tougher down there, so gain some levels above ground before you head below.
That's true.
Okay, wait a sec.
Fairy orb.
By using the fairy's orb, hidden data on the map becomes visible, like this.
It really just shows you where portals are mostly.
Yellow areas on the map show magic portals, where you encounter monsters and treasures. All right, how about we go pick a fight? Head for one of the magic portals. For a basic attack, approach the target and press the X button.
So nice of this goblin just
By the way, a cursor appears on the target so that you can check its name and hit points. Try using a basic attack to defeat some monsters.
so nice when you just stand there and die.
You started to get the hang of it, right? Okay, let's try using skills. Press the triangle button to open the menu and select skills. Okay then. Choose Rep from the list. When the target cursor appears, select the target and press the X button to execute. That's it. Pretty easy, huh?
Do you enjoy me? I have a little feeling this spell.
You can target a party member for recovery or remedy skills, and the enemy for attack skills.
Wait, Triplates. Kind of a class I like just on the basis of it's a little bit jack of all trades.
Remember, you can only apply skills to targets within your view.
Which is kind of the class I tend to go for, which yeah, quite specialized. You can just do everything poorly. Love it.
Before using a skill, adjust the camera so that your target comes into view. Well,
Yes, I am sick of you.
it's your turn to tell me what to do by using chat commands. Okay, I'll teach you the command to get your members to heal. Okay then. Next, go ahead and choose First Aid from the menu.
You told me to do this, and now you're being like, oh, you're
Well, it's good to be the boss, isn't it? If you use it well, you can bunch up on the enemy or give separate orders to each party member.
So, yeah, that's basically how it ends up being more of a traditional RPG. Your characters operate based on a certain style you give them, and you can also just give them direct commands if you need to. Yeah, like I wish we could do with real MMOs.
When you add new members to the party, try various chat commands to see their effects. That's it for now. Just remember what you learned and start exploring. When you think you're ready, we'll head for the dungeon.
Not that I can use the right stick. Well, if I turn my camera around. Hey. Information. Oh, tell them to use skills. Then of course you can order them to immediately use the skill.
This spring has a strange feel. Maybe.
Oh. Okay. Also, if any of you have seen art for this game and are wondering, why are you green? I thought
Now
it was
we can
red.
start exploring the dungeon.
You'll find out soon enough.
One thing you need to remember is that you can't gate out when you're in a dungeon.
I'm just looking up the dungeon layout for this one because there's some weird things that can go the wrong way at first. Basically, I want to get everything I can out before the trailer goes down. Yeah, okay.
To gate out and return to the town, you have to go back to the field. The Sprite Ocarina will warp you to the surface, but you can't use it during battle. This is the treasure box, but you knew that, right?
Yes, I know what a treasure chest looks like.
You should know that there are two types of treasure boxes, normal and booby-trapped. This one's normal. Hit the X button to open it.
I got a resurrect item.
This one's booby-trapped. Notice a different color? Try to open it as is, and you're screwed. Just use the fortune wire on it. This item will disarm the trap.
Yay, fortune wires.
See? Now it's safe to open. Press the X button to open it.
The death. Drink and restore them, resurrect, make your soul. You can use a fairy orb to get the whole dungeon layout, but Casual stroll through the dungeon. Nothing weird gonna happen here. Oops, something weird happened.
What the? Did you just see that?
Yeah. Was that thing chasing her?
Yeah, but something like that on this level?
That response, he makes it seem like this is just a thing that can happen. And no, it is not. These whole things weird. Anyway, let's go that direction because there's supposed to be treasure or some shit there. Oh, where'd she go? Treasure, please. Speed charms. Love speed charms. fast, it's great. I'll take my controls after.
Better watch out. We're trapped in here. In the dungeon, there are rooms with traps everywhere. The only way to get out of a trap like this is by activating all the magic portals in the room. All right, let's charge to that magic portal.
Yeah, just do a simple 5K roll, but it's fine. Fine. I'm not feeling bad about my misses and 9s and 12s. Isn't the world fun? I've been running most of this time. It's just walking. 4 9s. Great job, Marco. Healing potion. Yep, that's heavy armor. Green Gale's just a white scroll. You get a ton of consumable scrolls as you just go through everything. It's ridiculous. But there's
This is the room where the statue is.
Because, like, you won't have every element all the goddamn time.
There's only one of them at the dungeon's deepest level, and you can get rare items from it. That's enough adventure for now. Let's grab the treasure and get back to town, shall we? If we had a Sprite Oak arena, we could warp out of here. But we don't have one. So we gotta go back the way we just came.
Wow. Good job being a high-level player there, Orca, and being lazy as fuck. What yellow things do? Oh, you just saw it. But yeah. Straight stat upgrade, and we get Tiger Claws. Which is an awesome skill. Anyway, now's the time for shit to go down. Cutscene time. This isn't where we came from.
Or was the rumor true?
Take this.
Huh?
Have a book.
Please take this. There's no time. Please.
What's this?
A great force. The power it holds can bring forth either salvation or destruction at the whim of the user. It's coming.
Here's a thing that was meant for Orca, and then shit goes down.
Run! It'll kill you! What the hell? What is this? There's something wrong. Nothing works! wasn't supposed to be this way. I'm sorry. Get out of here!
And nope. Getting my ass saved by Helba. Thanks, Helba. And that widescreen is doing some weird shit right now, but it's fine. Oh, it's just a mirror. R.I.P. us. Elva, my girl, how you doing?
What was wrong with Yasuhiko? Why was he upset?
Sorry, y'all, just replying to a tweet real quick. Someone asking about Flesh and Blood, and I had to give my input because I do enjoy
I
Flesh
wanted
and
to
Blood.
ask him, but he wouldn't even pick up the phone.
That's because he's in a coma.
And then, the next day, I found out that Yasuhiko had been hospitalized.
Yeah. Fun fact from my Twitter feed. There are more people around the world right now playing the GameCube edition of Phantasy Star Online than there are playing Decentraland.
I rushed to the hospital, but they wouldn't even let me see him.
Yeah, you know, in Japan that's a bit more common. In the US they'd be like, not family, get fucked. And even then they might be that way. Even if you are a family, they might not let you see them in America. Aren't we the best?
But I guess it's better this way. I didn't want to see him all week, and he wouldn't want that either. But what the hell happened to him?
Yeah, that's a very good question. I've yet to hear a reasonable explanation of why something in the game can put someone into a coma. Besides, you know, like flashing lights for someone who has seizures, but it's not what happened here.
I have a feeling that the key to it is somewhere in the world.
Sorry about that. Just gonna have to go back into the game, like we always do, right? I have new email. CC Corp. Aw, we're sorry, high-level players. Get fucked. Only use low-level servers. That's their way of limiting it to this game. Nothing on the message boards either. Maintenance, no! Show of hands who's had this happen. You go play your favorite MMO and suddenly, boom, maintenance. Well, back to the desktop. I like how there's like a start button and some other buttons down there, and we just don't use them for anything. We should actually save our game. Okay, yes, this is going to be like I know in the original games and PS2, I just don't like doing it through a capture card. Out.
I should post on the board about Yasuhiko. Maybe someone will respond to it.
Yeah, that seems like a good move. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's just go to the official forums and talk about how this game put my friend in a coma. Certainly they'll let that sit around. Oh, back to the desktop. Hey, I have new mail from subject basically, this is from Aura, an AI, and she wants us to help her. She's doesn't quite able to make proper English without symbols getting in there for some reason. I don't know. Try logging in. Hey, we're allowed to log in again. Looking like a new 101.
Something to say?
No.
Oh, I get it now. You are a newbie, aren't you? I might have guessed. Well, are you or not? Come on now, don't be shy. You can tell me.
You're more of a newbie than
Listen,
I am. I've only gone to
in
one
case you're not
dungeon.
aware of it, you're being very rude. It's impolite to stare at someone like that. You have to understand it's the same as the real world. Don't you get it?
It's impolite to yell at random strangers, too. Jeez, Black Rose.
Last chance. What is up with you anyway, huh?
What's up with you?
Come on, will you say something already?
Yeah, I've got a little bit of a weird setup where I've got kind of a laptop over here, which is where I do a bunch of stuff.
go with me, I'll tell you what they are. Do you want to know?
Be a good person? Don't be a good person. You're just gonna be a good person.
Right on! That's the spirit! Spoken like a true newbie.
Jump there, Black Rose.
The key...
Hidden forbidden holy gold. Can't take or go with me. Look at you, Black Rose. Calling me a newbie, but you're level 1, 0 XP. Or a shape.
Okay, here I come!
Level 6 area. What are we gonna do? Well, if you're familiar with this, nothing, really.
Whoa, this place is...
Huh?
Never mind, let's go. Well, are you going to escort me like a proper gentleman?
Black Rose, you're a bit aggressive, but you end up being so good. So, you know, I'm willing to forgive. Let's go inside this church.
What is that thing? Stay back!
A singular goblin. He's like, oh no, what do I do?
Oh no!
And yet she keeps calling me a noob.
So that's it! Pretty weak, huh? What do you know? You didn't even need my help at all, did you?
Excuses, excuses. Players are okay with that.
Statue. It looks so sad.
Cutscene.
Scathe. Enos. Magus. I can't read anything else. The inscription is faded.
By the way,
Who's
I
that
guess
in
you
the
can
background?
tell that I'm a newbie too.
Yeah.
It must be pretty obvious by the way I acted back there. But you still hung out with me. You know what? You're nicer than I thought.
Maybe if you,
You
stop
see,
treating
I'm-
people like jerks.
I'm trying to find...
Hey, what are you doing?
What? What about you, huh?
No time to explain. It's too dangerous here.
What?
I'm telling you to get out!
Weird shit.
Leave here at once!
Good job.
This one as well.
But how? Tell me what's going on here. That thing should have been dead. Why is it glowing like that? It's so freaky. Is this for real?
It's a bug from a computer virus. The virus is rewriting the data. It has a hit point that's infinite.
This is the one.
You must escape while I buy some time.
R.I.P. Volmo.
Because of this thing, I'll kill you!
No! You can't kill it! Leave it be or you'll be killed!
Well, R.I.P. Everyone's
The
gonna
book.
die.
Open the book.
The book?
The power it holds can bring forth either salvation or destruction at the whim of the user.
Hey, I installed a new program. digitizing it. And I'm back now. I think I broke my fingers, but it's okay. It's like a cool bracelet.
That was like the time when Orca...
That skill. Now, I understand. You are the same as the virus. To think that I was saved by someone like you.
Oh no, I'm a virus.
No! That's not... I don't even know what's...
Do not lie to me! Recently, many places within the world have been damaged by a virus. Those who willfully spread the virus and destroy this world for their own amusement, they shall receive no mercy.
No, that's not me,
You can't PK me.
I did not expect to find the one responsible so soon. Draw! Draw your sword, now!
I won't! There's no reason to do that!
There is for me.
No! I don't want to fight!
Stop being so dramatic.
I just...
What is the matter with you? That's hardly the way to talk to someone who just saved your life.
Getting talked down. Love it. Love it. You're doing great, Black Rose.
I still do not trust you. I just require the time to think this through. But if I find out that you are indeed in with them, I will kill you.
In this game, where death isn't permanent.
That was rather childish for Balmonk of the Azure Sky, the descendant of Fianna.
I do not speak with hackers.
That boy, he's a friend of your partner.
Orca?
Yep. Orca and Beaumont. Two friends.
I thought he would end up like Orca, and I panicked. That's when I heard her voice.
The descendants of Fianna. Beaumont of the Azure Sky and Orca of the Azure Sea. Two best friends.
It was the voice of the girl who gave the book to Orca.
I see. But what are you going to do if the data bug shows up again?
Okay, having a mute button actually on my mic is fantastic.
That power put your friend... sorry.
I don't even know what this power is, or what she wanted Orca to do. And what am I supposed to do with this power?
Also, can we talk about how my new weapons are a strict downgrade visually from the first pair? Ridiculous.
All I want to do is help Orca.
Well, it's gonna take about 4 games to do that, but it's fine. It's fine, we'll get there eventually.
Well, I've gotta go.
Shows up, logs in for an hour, leaves. Just like MMO players.
Today was... I don't know what to say, but... Good night.
also probably something in my email. Let's play tag. Challenge Gob. So, Goblin tag. You across a bunch of stuff, tagging some goblins, and suddenly you get, like, rewards and shit. Love it. And my post was deleted.
The message I posted is deleted.
Oh no. What the heck is going on with my Twitch right now? My career dashboard's acting all weird. Don't know why. It also seems to think. No, okay, it's more or less fine now. It's still acting weird. I'm gonna just refresh that and see what happens. Let's go to the desktop real quick. Maybe I have some email I care about. Of course, Black Rose. Very nice, thank you reply. Boba. Boba in here with some nice tutorial information, which basically is just as I dehydrate things, the infection spread within me at 100%. There's some shit that happens. But just don't use dehydrate for a bit, and you're fine. But the higher your infection, the better stuff you get, so it's like
She knows about my bracelet. Who is she?
a little bit of risk-reward mechanics. And new news. The world for idiots. Can't believe leaving a guide to the world just for me. Let's log into the game. And immediately get attacked by yet another character.
I saw a strange character in the alley. It looked like a cat. Is it possible to edit like that?
There she is.
A cat? Oh yeah, I saw it too. I prefer bunny girls though.
Sieg, my friend. Love you, Sieg. You understand everything. Okay, I do like cat girls. I really prefer when other girls go there. Like it's not obvious or anything. Go find this bunny girl. Let's check her out. I confused myself. You love her too.
Hey! I found a great area that's full of aromatic grass. Wanna go?
Simper mix it.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let's get ready then. Mia!
Excuse me! You. Yes, you. That's a unique bracelet. Can I take a look?
Can you see it?
Yes, of course. Do you mean to say you can't see this nice bracelet? Even if you can't see it,
As long as you know it's there, it's the same thing as seeing it, right?
Bracelet? Hey, what are you talking about? I can't see any bracelet, Mia.
Mia's a bit strange. Here it is.
Well, thanks a lot for letting me look at your bracelet. I have a feeling we'll meet again. Somehow. Well, see you around.
Wait, Mia! What about the aromatic grass?
Messages on the board. Oh, I thought there was a scroll by that. Words for beginners. Hidden and expansive. Excellent. And here's some combinations that might let you know what kind of field type you're getting into based on the elements. Ooh. Discovered primitive touchstone. Excellent for beginners. Good, good, good. Saying. We'll have to go there at some point. Let's see if there's any mail to check on. Nope. Let's just log back in.
spring has a strange.
Let's throw in this other armor and see what
Did you lose a golden axe? Or was it a silver axe?
So I believe if you choose gold or silver axe, you just get that. But if you go neither,
What? Let's see.
you get
Till next.
a modified. Oh yeah, based on that.
Looks like it changed into something better.
Hey! Brigandine. Which we can't equip. And so, it was being useless to us to begin with. We have this world and then into the dungeon. Oh, is this one of those silent utilities maps? Big save. Hey, regen effect. I level up. Oh, and up Ryo. Earth defense up. Fire Tempest. Alright, let's go to the dungeon. Which is into this map here. Oh, this is gonna be one of the squishy dungeons, isn't it? Oh yeah. Just listen to it. The heartbeats. Ooh. Lots of treasure. Not too many enemies.
Bloody egg!
Grunty food. Scrolls. Scrolls. I should probably use some scrolls. here until I have at least 10 SP though. Okay, let's go. basically everything. Kill all the monsters. Oh, that's a big rotation. this was a real game, I would absolutely be doing this stupid soloing at low level shit. So, glad I can do that here. Oh, branching pathways. This might be correct. Well, at least they're bunching up. Means there's probably more to this dungeon than I want there to be. Because my puppets are getting antsy for their dinner. I'm getting antsy for my dinner. But I want to finish this dungeon first.
Bloody egg!
Which means it's likely that the god statue is right through there. Let's see what cool shit we get. Ugh. Come on. Really? Another treasure chest? Sure, fine. More amateur blades. A sprayer arena. Okay. Very nice of them. And the god statue. Ceramic anklet. Mage's soul. Another mage's soul. Not bad. Not bad. Can I equip the anklet? I can. Gives me dark guns. Which, not bad.